This is my second attempt at making this video. The first time I was ranting for about 4 minutes about how I thought it was unfair that I got a community guideline strike on my other channel, The Miserable Meal, because, it just didn't seem to make any sense. What happened? The video was removed for, it said, what is it? No, community guidelines violation, which is, it just makes no sense. Like, YouTube used to be nice enough where they would tell you, at like which mark in your video you said the thing they didn't like, right? Like, hey, at the 5 minute mark, you violated the hate speech policy. You figure it out, or you can take our mandatory training, which sounds to me like the Gestapo, but not actually the Gestapo. It's an exaggeration. If you guys can't detect nuance, no offense, you shouldn't be watching this. Although no one's gonna watch this anyway, and no one's gonna say anything, and this video is just gonna die. Ah, well, whatever. I don't care. I mean, Thinking Ape before his channel got taken down, and it's been put back up now that he is uploading on Rumble. And obviously there's also Gerber's Void, right? There are much bigger channels than mine. Rehab Room too, I think, although I haven't really checked up on him. And I guess Hat Flying, right? Or formerly DBDR. Like these guys are, they're technically talking a lot more shit than I am, and saying a lot more, offensive things technically, right? YouTube doesn't seem to be striking or, doing anything to any of them. Although, yes, Thinking Apes Stardust has been, forced to go to Rumble. And that just I don't get it. Like, I'm pretty sure most of the time I'm not saying anything offensive. I'm just saying stuff that everybody knows. Or using terms that, my relatively niche audience understands. I don't see how it's hate speech or whatever. It's almost always a hate speech violation. It's like, what hate speech violation? What hate speech? Oh, you have to take our mandatory training. Can you just get to the point and tell me what you didn't like instead of making me do some bullshit training that's not going to solve anything and I'm going to forget about in 5 seconds because I have a life and other things to do? That's the power you have as a corporation. You do what you want, you shut people down, you walk all over them. If YouTube strikes me for saying that, I will be pissed. Like the Miserable Meal, I've had to wait for 2 weeks. I don't like it's still down. Like I might have to wait until tomorrow for it to go back up, and then I'm going to tiptoe around everything. Kind of like if you tiptoe around the words kill and suicide, right? You can't say that if you want your video monetized. You got to say suicide or unalive. It's like, what the hell? What are you all being so sensitive for all of a sudden? Like, what's the fucking point, huh? What's that gonna change? That's like telling a kid, hey, you got an F on your test. It stands for fantastic. No, it doesn't. It stands for you didn't know what you were doing, so you failed. Like, it's that simple. You got an F on your test. It does not stand for fantastic. It stands for you need to, I don't know, maybe get your act together. Although, depending on your age and your socioeconomic status and your genetics, you can probably also just fuck about and goof off, because who cares? It's elementary school. Anyways, on to the actual content. I have a group chat with some of my classmates. And yesterday I found out that everybody was doing stuff that day. One of them, her boyfriend, he was having his birthday that day, yesterday, so they went go-karting. Another guy's probably drinking or golfing or doing whatever. And four of my other pals, including one guy who went to BC, he came back just to see us. They all stayed at this one guy's cottage, about an hour's drive away from here. And, they had a sleepover. I think they're still there today. They had a good time. Or should I say they're having a good time? Or whatever. And I don't know what everyone else is doing, but sure they're doing something. Yeah, one guy did get a new dog. That too. And then there's me, just here. Oh yeah, you wanna know what was more insulting? Yesterday, Fred and I went on a walk. I don't know why he so likes our neighborhood. I don't like it. I don't see much of a, I don't see much appeal in it anymore. But you do what you will. And we were walking around in the woods, and then his girlfriend called, and he turned on his baby voice, like, "Oh, you should eat something," because usually when he goes to work, he brings her like a chicken pie or something. Uh, so that was nice. It's just like, ha, you're alone. You're alone, raccoon. You'll be alone forever. It's just that was another. Yeah, that was fun. Let's just skip over that. And then the biggest hammer of all was later at night. I was just playing my RTS game, and I saw a post from my one-itis. She ran a marathon, I think yesterday in Toronto, and normally I'm not particularly interested. I just look and I decide, oh, okay, nice. You have decided to submit to consumerism. Congratulations. I'm talking a little slow and staggered because I'm trying to figure out which words might please the YouTube gods. Ooh. Not like any gods ever cared about us. Our kind is destined just to. We're just throwaway objects. That's what we are. But anyways, she actually looked pretty, like, really good. Like all the makeup she typically has on it, that came off, and I was just like, okay, so you actually are still pretty underneath all that crap. And those eyes too. She has blue eyes. Yeah. So that kind of reminded me, of back when we were teenagers and back when she and I still got along. Back when I was young and I had time and I could still lie to myself, mostly reminded me of that too. Back when I still had dreams, even if they were full of shit. That was that was really fun. I stayed up until like 1 in the morning thinking about that shit. And it was also raining and cloudy all day. Like I don't know. Ever since the 18th, it's just done nothing but be gloomy and just garbage. It just sucks. Okay, yesterday wasn't all gloom. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, yesterday wasn't all gloom, It was still sunny, but it eventually got cloudy really fast. Hold on a second. No, it was Saturday. I'm pretty sure it was Saturday, but same idea, the thing with Fred. So, and yeah, I've just, all I really do now is sit around, playing my RTS and, Call of War and surfing YouTube and asking ChatGPT like really stupid questions because I don't know, it's fun to, it's fun to give the AI a stroke. And drinking way too much soda for my own good, and obviously catching up on some schoolwork, but that's really it, I guess, right? I didn't expect much to come out of this midterm break anyway, and I was proven right. I've honestly learned, and I think you might have learned as well, as a block pillar, as a loser, as a loser. Screw the whole black pill thing. As a loser, you really should not get your hopes up because they will be crushed very quickly. it is almost frightening how easily your hope can be smashed into little pieces. So just, I'm not saying don't hope, but keep just enough hope in the tank to keep you going. But don't let it take over. It's just a lie.